welcome to Phoenix Dreams. Let us continue with the series on emotional intelligence, and this is episode 4. In the last video, we had spoken about the difference between emotions and feelings, and I had mentioned to you about emotions being instant and had their origins in the early development of humans. We also spoke about the primal instinct of survival, creating the need for emotions to be instant. And this is where the concept of fight, flight or freeze comes in. Now, what we're talking about is about humans living in the wild. Humans in the early stage of their evolution, hunters and gatherers, with just basic tools to hunt or to defend themselves. Sometimes just their bare hands, in fact. Now, time is something that they didn't really have too much of when they were faced with an unexpected situation. Whenever they came across any situation, or especially any other being in front of them, there was always one question that spontaneously arose in their minds. And that question was, does it eat me or do I eat it? And the decision had to be spontaneous. Do I fight it to overpower it, to eat it? Do I fight it to defend myself? Do I flight to escape or to run away from it? Or if that's not an option because maybe the other animal can easily outrun myself, do I just completely freeze myself to avoid detection? So there were a lot of possible choices to be made based on what he was confronted with, and very little time to make those decisions. So there's no time really to think and analyze and make an intelligent decision, because by then either the prey would escape or more fatally he would become the prey himself. So the decision had to be instant based on at times incomplete information. Just a quick view or any quick input from any of his 5 senses, it had to be, the decision had to be made instinctively, either fight, flight or freeze. There was no time for the brain to make any analyzed and calculated decisions. So the decision was, in this case, left to a small organ within the brain known as the amygdala. And the amygdala that is the seat of all emotion. And that's why even now, when you suddenly happen to see, suddenly is an important word here, when you suddenly happen to see a life-size image of a tiger or a statue of a tiger in front of you, your first instinct is going to be to run. And then after you run for a while, you'll realize that it wasn't a real tiger, but just a statue, just an image. And that is because whenever there is a threat situation, the emotions created by the amygdala will set you in motion immediately. The amygdala in any threat situation takes charge of the body. It shoots orders. It takes charge of the heartbeat, the breathing rate, the muscles in your body, your hands and legs, your limbs, any hormonal release. It just shoots orders and takes complete charge of the body, and your brain, your analyzing brain, takes a backseat because it has to decide in that one instant whether you have to fight, flight or freeze. Right? So this is just an introduction to amygdala and how it is connected to emotions. We will talk a lot more in detail about the amygdala as we go forward. However, what we'll do in the next few videos is we'll go back to talking about the basics of emotional intelligence, exploring it further, understanding the foundational principles of emotional intelligence. Right? So that's all I have for you in today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for likes and your subscribes. And if you like what you're watching, please do share. Until next time.